about Derek Carr retiring. You coming in as a rookie, how do you process that?
I think for me, it's just I've been going through the same process for minicamp. Just trying to learn the playbook and get to know my teammates as much as I can and do everything I can to continue to get better.
What conversations have you had with Carr, and what was your first reaction when you heard about him retiring?
I haven't had any. He just hasn't been here. I've only been here for the past 2 days. So Kellen told me this morning, and that was the extent of it. And went out to practice and had a lot of fun. And it's really been good getting to know everybody here. And I'm excited to kind of mesh in with the vets as well and continue to grow.
How was the first few days just calling for you, just first taste of NFL action?
It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I think for me, just knowing some previous guys on the team coming in, just the pedigree that these coaches have. It's been a lot of fun learning from them, picking up new tidbits, how they install different plays, and I'm really enjoying it. I know I got a whole lot of learning left because it's only been 2 days, so I'm really excited to continue to keep going.
Given this opportunity, from the Card news, obviously, Kellen said it's going to be a wide open competition with you all. Just the opportunity, a lot of guys come in and are sitting behind backups. You actually get the opportunity to come in and win this thing for day one.
I think that's all you can ask for is an opportunity at any position, and I'm going to treat it the same way as if whoever is on the roster, I got to continue to grow and get better and do my best to elevate the QB room and the team and do everything I can that way.
What did Kellen told you that he was retiring? Did anything else that come with that, or was it just a matter of fact, hey, he's retiring, go out there, good luck?
No, it was just informational. I think it was just he's doing his job. But it was right before practice, so it was just like, hey, so it wasn't a breaking news to myself as well. But yeah, it was good, and then went out right to practice, and we're going right to, who's our read key, what are we doing here, and so it was good.
What have been your early impressions of Kellen Moore?
Yeah, really smart. He's a really funny guy. He's really easy to get along with. I think he does a great job of talking to everybody on the team. He's obviously played the position, so he understands, what it looks like from different coverages perspectives, what you're seeing here, and what he'll communicate, what he's thinking with this play call and what we're trying to get to, which is really good. So that's something I kind of had with the Brahms last year, and I feel like it's a really good connection, going with Kellen.
Tyler, does it make it a little easier to compartmentalize because, you never really were in a competition with Derek, you didn't really know him, and so, it's not really something that you have to think a whole lot about because you didn't really know it?
I mean, I wouldn't say it like that, I guess. I think it's just for me, I was going to come in regardless, of him being here or not, and trying to continue to grow. I think he's been such a high-level player for so long. I think it'd be a great opportunity to learn from him. It's also a great opportunity to continue to grow myself and be on this team with a lot of the great coaches and guys on the team we have already. So I'm just excited, for what's forward and the rest of the offseason.
I know you obviously you've gotten here. It's our first chance to talk to you. But did somebody help you navigate? Because obviously you've done a lot of things that have resonated from the tweet about the passion on the field to eating at Drago's to wearing the Manning Passing Academy shirt. Is that just organic, or somebody kind of said maybe try this place or do that?
It's organic. I wasn't like orchestrating a caption. That's how I feel. I think everything I've been through in my career, the biggest thing I want to continue to do is just play free. At this point, a lot of things you can't control, but you can control your preparation, your attitude, and your effort. And that's one thing I'm going to do. And but yeah, I think just a lot of people. I knew previously you got to go try some good seafood spot whenever I came here, and I was at the Marriott Hotel right next to Drago, so I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And it was actually like I literally walked in, shorts and a t-shirt, went to the restroom. They came back, they're all like standing outside, like, hey, come eat with us. I was like, all right. And it ended up turning into a really cool dinner. But yeah, it was awesome just to kind of get here and get acclimated. Really.
What'd you get to eat?
I had char-grilled oysters to start. We had some duck gumbo, fleur-de-lis shrimp, gas, and what else we have? I think we did have alligator bites. Good call. That was Tommy had like a whole sampler. I couldn't name everything, but he was like, "You're trying this," and it was good. It was fire.
Yeah, was that all your first time for?
Say again.
First time having oysters or alligator?
No. First time having char-grilled oysters. Yes, I had raw oysters, but alligator I've had that walk-ons before. I think the one at Drago's was maybe slightly a little bit better. What was your question?
Same thing.
Same thing. Yeah. No, not the first time, but hopefully not the last. They have some in the facility area that was pretty good too.
When you went to your jersey, did you talk to Thomas? I saw Thomas put that tweet out there.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take his jersey. What was it like for you to see that tweet, and what was the conversation like with Thomas?
It was great. Excuse me, I just showered. But yeah, it was great. He's such a great dude. I actually was working out with him at Tulane. We just kind of bumped into each other. I was like, this guy with a little gray in his beard bending, like he's pretty flexible. He's still getting after it, and I was like, oh my God, it's Thomas Morstead, and it was awesome to get to talk to him. He just offered a lot of insight on where to live, how to come in, and it was kind of like an unofficial, what number do you want to get? And I was like, well, I don't really care, but 6 or 18 is available. And he's like, just take 6, man. So,
Tyler, how do you feel like playing under center and just kind of being exposed
Yeah.
to a lot of different footballs, like help you come in here, kind of run the operation and take command, kind of early on?
yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's like I've been through a lot of those trial and errors previously with the missteps in footwork, with fumbling a snap with the first day of you taking one, and I think you got all those mental cues. How much pressure you're putting into your feet. You're developing that chemistry with your center, and I think for me, it's just a lot more familiarity, and now you're just going off of what the play call is and what the read is. So I felt really comfortable coming in just in the short amount of time and operating, and it's been a lot of fun.
And apologies if they asked you this already, like, just the exposure to the language and how they call plays, what's that been like?
It's been good. I think Kellen does a really good job of making it friendly for us. As quarterbacks, there's always a rhyme or a reason to the actual plays, and it's kind of through our lens, and we're trying to attack the defense in every way, shape, or form. Even if it's just a simple run play or RPO, there's always ways that we can get to another one, or we can get into the best play, and I think that's been a strength of mine.
How did the work?
You talked to Spencer Rattler yet, text him, and how do you feel
Yeah.
now quarterback competition with him?
Yeah, I mean, I've actually got to see him on my visit. We dapped each other up and said, what's up? Haven't got to see him yet, but I'm excited to get in the room with him and Jake, just because they're both great dudes, and knew him previously just from the Arizona circuit. But, yeah, really excited to continue to work with them.
How did the workouts at Tulane come about? Is that something you organized? What made you want to do
Yeah.
that? If so,
Yeah, I was just, for me, I wanted to get here and throw and get to work, and I wanted to get around the Saints guys without being at the facility. So went to movies. Juwan put on a little movie premiere, went to them, got to see some of the guys. Went to dinner with a couple other guys on the team, and then Tulane was they were very accommodating. Coach Summerall and his whole staff was great. They're like, man, you can work out here anytime, and I actually have some former teammates there, so it was a really good connection. And then all the receivers, they showed up every day, and we were putting work in. And then I think this past weekend, that's when some of the Saints guys were able to come because it was like a long weekend I think they had, so a couple guys were already here.
what
movie did
see?
you watch? Yeah.
What movie?
What movie was it?
God, it was pre-released. It was one with Kerry Washington and this French guy. I'm blanking on it. It's you guys know what I'm talking about? Spy movie?
I think so. Yeah,
No.
can't remember the name.
Night something? Shadow Force. Come on now. Trayton was there. I got to meet Trayton for the first time. He's a dog. Foster as well, and all those guys. But Shadow Force was actually pretty good. Yeah.
You mentioned
around town, people starting to recognize you, they know who you are.
A little bit.
What's that kind of like?
Skinny little white blonde guy walking around. Yeah. It's been good. I mean, obviously, it's been really good. Getting to know everybody, getting to put a name to a face. All the people here are very nice, and I got so much work to do from this point, and I'm a rookie coming in, and I got to earn my keep and get to know everybody and continue to grow then that way, and same with the community.
Have you got a sense of like what the Saints kind of mean to the city?
Oh, 100%. I resonated with it completely. I think that's kind of what I want to play with, is that passion. I understand that Saints is, and I got a little taste of it in the Senior Bowl, just because the passion, even in Mobile, and this whole area in the Bayou and the New Orleans and Baton Rouge, it's Saints football, and I'm obviously really cool to be a part of.
Tyler, it's been a few weeks since you've been drafted, and obviously your
Yeah.
life has changed a lot.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest surprise about this whole experience the last few weeks?
Seeing on my face right now, probably the humidity. Getting out of the shower and then probably gonna need a shower again.
It gets worse.
No, that's what I'm hearing. It's like 4 straight days of rain, but I would say, yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm already ingrained in New Orleans. I already popped a tire on a pothole driving over to Tulane. So I had to get new tires on my truck, which was sick. And then, but I'm good now. Hopefully they're sturdy. But yeah, I feel like I've got fully ingrained already.
You mentioned on your draft call kind of the importance of having quarterbacks, not like former quarterbacks, the coaching staff, now being around the coaching staff. Like, can you tell their experience playing the position? Like, how has that kind of dynamic worked?
It's been good. I mean, I think you got Coach Nussmeier, who's done it for a long time, played and coached, and you get a different perspective with him. And he's such a great dude. And then you got Scott Tolzien, who also done it, and his experience. And so like the thing I get the most from them is they all have their own, beliefs. We're operating under the same umbrella of the same offense, but we're speaking the same language. But Kellen might have something to say here about how you might take this, and I think that's the greatest thing that you can have as a quarterback is those voices and all speaking the same language, but you might resonate with this term, and they do a good job of playing off each other in the room.
Did Nuss tell you anything about his experience in New Orleans, maybe outside of football that just kind of stuck with you? Like he's written in Mardi Gras parades and stuff. So.
Yeah. I think for me, the biggest thing I got with him was from my visit here and just the consistency that he's had with the quarterback position, and that's same with Kellen too, and kind of the thing that stands out with the guys he's been around, with Dak and Jalen Hurts, and then Kellen with Justin, and it's really those guys that have the ability to just, when stuff goes wrong, flush it, keep moving. And when stuff goes right, do the same thing. I think that's something that I've been able to learn throughout my career. Obviously things are not going to go perfect, and you got to respond.
And although you
Last
said,
question.
you said your approach can't change because of Derek's the news around Derek, but your reality does change, right? I mean, just the number of reps and everything. I mean, how do you just as a football guy feel about the situation you find yourself in?
I think, like I said before, all I want is an opportunity. I think any position is the same way. I'm gonna attack it. And I've been at points in my career where I would just be dying to get on the field because I was injured. I was a backup before. I was a starter, so I know a lot of those roles and what it looks like, and I think I can operate within any of them. And I think I'm just really excited for that opportunity to go out there and prove myself.
I know we're wrapping up, and this isn't really a question, more of like a thought, since you've shared so much personal stuff. What size feet do you have your shoes? They're like huge.
14. Appreciate it, bro.